And we remember when you could buy a decent match. They took those off the market several years ago. So it's like anything. They can't take a skill from you. So if you learn how to build fires with many, many ways, they can't take that away from you. The other thing I wanted to show you while we was here today, speaking of taking things away from you, this is a modern Bic lighter. This is a lighter from 20 years ago. The newer lighters, they don't have an adjustment on them. So you only get one basic flame. It's a very small flame, very easy to blow out. Here's a lighter from 20 years ago. You see the difference? That's what I mean by stuff that they want to take away from you. This one has a thing on it. Has a little lever for adjusting the flame. I guess they felt that it was too dangerous for us to be. Yeah, I guess it is. I guess they felt it was too dangerous for us to have our own, be able to have a flame that was halfway decent. But anyways, that's what I mean by learning a skill that they can't take away from you.
New snowblower for the tractor, PTO driven with a hydraulic chute. I'm looking forward to getting that on the tractor and using it this winter. That should make snow removal up here so much easier. I spend a lot of time dealing with snow here at the cabin. This is my retirement boat. The transom is too tall for the outboard. I just found out this week that I no longer can get the parts to make that outboard a long shaft, so I'm going to cut the transom down today, make it fit that outboard. This is a 1971 Starcraft 16-foot boat that I picked up probably 4 years ago now. It's my retirement boat from the Amy Lynn. I've been trying to find a long shaft motor with no luck. You know, I like to find them cheap, if not dirt cheap. The outboard on the back of that boat, I've got $12.65 in. Sometime I will tell the story on that motor. I bought it in a lawn sale in a box of parts. So, it has very little hours on it. I wouldn't even say it has 20 hours on it. It's a 97 actually, 1997 Johnson outboard 15 horse. That's what needs to come out. 21 inches by 4 inches.
You have to forgive my voice. I have lost my voice. It happens a couple times a year. One of the things that I like to do here at the cabin when I have guests up is take the time, if they're interested, is to learn some fire building skills and stuff like that. So this is kind of my camp kit for that when someone new is here, or I keep this in the pickup when I travel in really foul weather, long distances. I know that I have ample supply. But this is really a training kit that I put together for here at the cabin when I have young people here or I have family members here. I got 2 grandsons that I am working with. That's what I mean by young people. I want them to learn these skills right out of the gate so that they can take them with them. But in here in this bag, it's nothing fancy. One of the ways I really like building fire is solar. Non-renewable, non-renewable, sorry about that. It is a resource that you will never, ever, ever use up. As long as the sun is out, you can build a fire. So this is one of the fun ones I like to show them because it is so simple and so easy. And I do have that in there. I have a big roll of jute twine, and the reason for that is once they leave here, I know they can go to a hardware store and buy a roll of jute twine. And if they know how to do this with jute twine, then they have got an awesome fire starter. Right here, this is a gob of spruce tar. I keep that in there because I love showing people how hard this burns and how fast and how hot it burns. Couple of pieces of flint. Again, you know how much I like my flint. I have this isn't a Leatherman, but it's just a multi-tool that works good in this bag. It's nothing that I would depend my life on, but I do keep it in the training bag. In here is a small fire kit. I have a lighter in there, I have some matches, I have birch bark, and I also have a file for the flint and steel. I will do a video on making one of these. Very simple, very easy, and I almost think they work better than almost anything for striking the flint. This is a box of charred punkwood. To me, it's my #1 go-to tinder. It is absolutely everywhere in the Maine forest. That is why it is my #1 go-to tinder. And in here is just a box of odds and ends. Like I said, this is a training kit. This right here is jute twine that I have braided together. 3 strands of jute twine braided together like girls would braid their hair. And then I dip it in paraphernalia wax. And if you haven't done that yet, you can take this right here and you can stick it in the water and it will still light and burn like the dickens. So what I will do right now, I'm going to take off 1 inch of this, and then I'm going to light it. This is only 1 inch of the braided jute twine dipped in wax. The fastest way to light that, I didn't do it that time, but take it and fluff up the end of it with your knife to make some little areas. But that right there will get you a fire bill. And there's several pieces in this length of jute twine that has been dipped in wax. I'll just let that go. And in this pocket here, I won't take it out. I have another magnifying glass, birch bark jute twine. And that's what makes this little fire kit up. All it is a bag. It's a Milwaukee tool bag that I found a better use for. As far as a fire bag for out here in the shop, that's what I use it for. And as you can see, that is still burning. Got him, no problem.